Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hopefully everybody's doing good. How are we doing, guys? Let's get ready to do some trading. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. TikTok, what's up? YouTube? Hey, man, what's good, guys? What is good? Asia opened just a minute ago. See if there's any good setups to take tonight. Why not? Let's go, chat. YouTube, y'all coming in here, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Helps me a lot. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Gonna give TradeSeed a try. Oh, the new I don't know. It's a lot to juggle as is between like Project X and Tradeovate. I think I want to go like more towards the Tradeovate side of it's just easier to manage everything. Are tick charts better than time charts? Yeah, man, it's kind of a preference. I don't want to say for sure that it's better, just in a general sense, but I prefer using the tick charts. I think it gives me a little bit of a better read on price action and momentum, so I use the tick charts. But it's just a preference thing. Try them out, see if you like them. If you do, great. If you don't, time-based charts are still just fine. Yo, everybody joining into the TikTok. We're live on YouTube right now. BPCTrades. Pull up to the YouTube. Hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. All right, I guess it's time to go look at maybe gold and Q a little bit. All right, we're up about 50 points out of the open. Just moving right into that 25,000 level, though. We have a double top sitting at 25,000 right now. Solid push up into that level. Not giving us much to go off of. Just vertical out of the open, like normal. Not super interested in trying to take much of a trade here. Kind of pulling into a double top. All the volume behind it out of the Asia Open. Not loving it. Karen, with the mentorship education, yeah, the first collection is dropping this weekend on that. Had some technical difficulties getting stuff in there, with the website, but the first will drop this weekend, so we'll have that up there. The framework of it is very much kind of like a hands-on guided trade alongside. Kind of breaking everything down, walking you through it entirely. But as far as the formatted, the educational series will be up this weekend. Should be. Had some technical issues with that, so I do apologize, but that will be up ASAP. Okay, there's a big break. 90s now. Having advanced take payouts. Yeah, a little bit of payouts, also a little bit of just getting just destroyed. This market's been really tough. I don't know if it's because of the range or what it is, but it's been a tricky market. A lot of traders getting, in my opinion, kind of beaten up this month, past month. This year so far has just been tricky. Some payouts, but more or less drawdown. Also, just not really loving top. Like, there's technical glitches. I don't know if y'all saw it. Well, it's not really an excuse, but it hasn't really done any damage. But like, Project X is pretty glitchy, to be completely honest. Like, there'll be situations where you just don't get your limit order filled or like your stop loss filled. It's actually sometimes insane. Trade of 8, you don't have that issue. All right, we got nothing to work with now. Much better platform. What, the Lucid alternative platform? I don't think it's officially out now yet, though. You ever think about copy? What's good, Fade? You ever think about copy trading your live account with other props? Yeah, I've tried it. It does not work well with TradeSyncer. I think it's because it's Project X. It's hard to, like, the trade syncing does not work from Project X to Trade of H. A little bit wild. Just doesn't work that well. It'll have like it'll send like duplicate orders, and it'll fill like double the amount that I want filled. It's just annoying. Yeah, Project X is it's like I feel like it get old a little bit. Plus, dude, I totally believe in the theories that sometimes like you just have, I don't know if it's maybe because it's a live account or because it's Project X, but like you just have bad luck on, like, sometimes you just need to switch things. I don't know, maybe that's a weird excuse. Just switch things up a little bit. Like, I've been trading a lot better on TradingView than I have on Project X. I don't know why. I'm sure it's just because it's a live account. It's like more pressure, all that. Yeah, I just do ACH when I take a payout from TopStep. I don't even think they offer Rise. I just got railed. Dude. I'm telling you, InQ's just been a total bitch. Like it really has been. This market's been tough. How's everybody actually do? Like, have we looked at it this month? I'm down this month. I think I'm down the past 2 months. I've been doing well on like other props and like, you know, getting the payouts and some small like little, you know, big hits on some type of trades, but it's hard to be consistent this month and last. Yo, what's good, Austin? I think it's the asset. I think it's truly NQ. Like just the range we're in, everything about it's just been so annoying. Like look at this daily chart. This is not easy to trade by any means. The reason it's not easy to, I mean, fuck, dude. I think if you take a select group of traders and ask them how they've done and they didn't lie to you this throughout this period, like no cap, can't lie to you, they probably haven't. It's hard. Truly, it's hard. Trading a market that is undirectional is not easy to do. Like 80% of trading is being able to just identify the direction and join it. But when it's undirectional, it's so difficult. I'm sure there's been some traders doing okay, but I think the majority are not doing too hot. And I think it's just the market environment. I know it's just the market environment. I've seen many cycles like this, but trading a market that's undirectional, right, has no control to has no buying or selling, like no clear buying or selling control either way, it's just not easy to trade. It's due to that range. I think we don't understand it because we're like, oh, dude, you know, the market's always presenting opportunities. We can make money. We just have to execute. Nah, man. Whenever it's undirectional like this, it's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. I mean, because like more or less, you look at this shit on the daily chart, the past 3 months have literally, quite literally been, I mean, there have been breadths of opportunity to, you know, join trends and things like this, but more or less, like look at this on the daily. It's a coin toss. It's truly a coin toss. And that makes trading sound like gambling, but in this environment, I'm not going to say it's gambling, but it's hard to put the prop, you know, it's hard to have edge and, you know, stack the odds in your favor whenever the market is not directional. It's much easier to do it when the market's directional, right? We know which side to be trading it. We know who has control. Buyers are in control, you know, in this situation. Trade to that side of it, right? You're going to have higher trade accuracy. You're following the trend. We're continuing to break highs. This is truly a bit of a coin toss. So there's been situations where you can identify clear direction intraday and, you know, make a trade and do good on it, but it just, this is a situation, and especially the fact that we've been in this range so long makes it very difficult over, you know, the test of time a little bit, if you will, to just be super consistent. Shitty market environments we're in right now, chat. Now, I'm sure there's an outlier of people that are going to say, I'm doing great, you're crazy, but for the majority of people, trust me, it's not been easy. I've been doing horrible for about 2 months. Yeah, me too, kind of. Just been slow bleeding a little bit the past 2 months. Ever since the new year. Even a little bit before that. It's as long as we've been in this range on NQ, it's been truly hard to not only survive, but to like just stay consistently profitable. It's been tricky. Bad market conditions. What are we doing here is the question. We're at like a triple top, the overnight highs right here at 25,000. There you go. Doge says, sell the rips and buy the dips. We've been ranging for several months. Just got to adapt to the strategy and market conditions. I agree. I still would make the argument that it's, even for range traders, it's a little bit easier when we're directional. But no, I agree. Yeah, you got to adapt. You got to adapt right? You got to either like slow the bleeding, size down, change something, right? So I agree. Yeah, you have to adapt in some sense. You have to adapt. I don't think you have to adapt. I don't think you have to completely change what you're doing just and try to find the answer to be like, I've got to be just killing it, and still I've got to make 6 figures a month from prop firms. There's, you know what I mean? I think it's okay to sometimes just float a little bit or tread water for a little while. I think that's sometimes easier than trying to put so much pressure on yourself to like figure out the answer, like sink or swim. It's like a great market environment to like take your foot off the pedal, I think. Bro, you okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you? How are you? You only trade breakouts? Not the only thing I trade, but it's certainly what I trade well. And so, given the fact of kind of, yeah, it's been a little hard to trade breakouts. It's been hard to trade everything except range trading, I think. Kind of work do you do? This is me. This is what I do, man, right here. This is what it do. Thanks to prop firms. Mustache looks good. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. What kind of work do you do? What's your job? Yeah, brother. This is it. Looking for another trade. Looking for a trade. Let's play Halo Infinite. You know what? I logged on to Halo the other day, and Halo's one of those games, especially like Halo 3 and 2. There's certain games that have been around just forever, and there's a tight-knit group of gamers that like only play those games, and they just dominate the servers. As soon as you want to go feel some nostalgia and go play like a really old game that you've missed playing, there's so many like, I don't want to say sweats, but it makes it impossible for me because I haven't played that in so long. I got smacked when I played Halo the other day. Okay, I mean, we're kind of holding the range here. 90's getting rejected now. Been losing a lot on live, or is it from payouts? Yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. There's definitely been some payouts, but yeah, I have been in a drawdown. I think most of us have, even if we don't want to admit it. If y'all saw the new short video that we uploaded on like TikTok, Insta, wherever y'all came from, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, we did get a Lucid funded account passed. I mean, within minutes. Lucid's amazing, dude. I literally bought the evaluation, turned my camera on, made the intro that we bought the evaluation. I'm like, I'm gonna try to pass it. I'm just try to pass it. You can pass it in one day. The Lucid Pro account, so you can pass in one day. I was like, let's just do it. And then the cool thing is you can activate it literally minutes after you hit the profit target, and you get it funded the same day. So you can buy an eval, pass the eval, get it funded, and take a trade on it in the funded stage, like all in the same day, all within 30 minutes. Like if you really, really wanted to. Pretty wild. I think Alpha does that as well. Use code BPC Alpha Lucid. Alpha does do that too. That's how it should be, to be honest. Like, I love Take Profit Trader, but I pass a Take Profit Trader account and I don't get the email until like 9 p.m. It's definitely nice to be able to do it quick. Oh, this is so strange, man. Strong, really strong push into like a triple top now, and we're just fading lower. About 50% of the range. Just like, do we hold here, or can we get a nice strong push back down? Let's keep an eye on it. There might be an opportunity. I really don't like shorting up against a triple top. Right, I would consider that weak structure, which what I mean by that, to define what a weak structure is in my playbook, is a level that has a high chance of breaking, given the price action we're seeing around that level on a retest. So for example, this is the third time we've retested, and I would like to see us at least, if we're going to go long, hold VWAP here at bare minimum. That's about 50% of the range. You want to see buyers hold VWAP. We'll see strong move back into this high. If we see these things, I'm definitely not looking to try to short it. We already have weak structure. Given the nature of kind of how we hold around this level, will tell me kind of all I need to know is as far as trying to trade through the level, right? Through it meaning through it, you know, above it, or away from it meaning away from it, but kind of off of it as resistance away from it. So that's what I'm looking at. TikTok, I appreciate. We've had some more views in here. First of all, whoever's liking it, I appreciate y'all who's liking it. Also, we're live on YouTube if y'all wanted to go tune into that. You got a full screen over there. It's kind of just easier to understand everything we're talking about. All right. Right now we're sitting with the same 5-minute chart on NQ on both of my screens. Let's stop doing that. That's a rookie mistake. All right. This is so similar to yesterday right now with kind of this equal, like the structure here is weak, looks like it wants to break, and then we're just not really getting it. Kind of putting in resistance, as a matter of fact, here at 25,000. Are you as aggressive with fundeds as you are evals? No, I really try not to be. Especially with them now there's like consistency rules and all this stuff. It's not worth it being super aggressive on the fundeds. I think you should just go base hits on the fundeds, and just take it slow. There's no need to rush it. That's why most people blow up the funded accounts. Just take it slow. Does anybody see a potential trade they're interested in? Let me know in the comments below. Let's eye up some ideas here. I think I like the NQ short here for kind of if buyers can't hold the VWAP here, maybe. But ultimately it's just choppy. It's a little choppy for my liking. Shorts, okay. Got 1700 on the evals, need help. Yeah, man, size down, 1-2 micros. 1-2 micros. No, you're scaring me. Could hear a girl in the background on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. That on account you ran up to 120k. Yeah, this live account was at 120k. I've taken several payouts from it though. Still in a good amount of drawdown. I definitely didn't I'm definitely not above the starting balance, even given the payouts. Definitely probably in like 30, 40. Uh-oh, hold on. Yeah, bro. I've had the account for about 6-7 months. I've taken payouts elsewhere, and of course, you know, trading other prop firms with it. We could get into the bare numbers of it all, but no, I am in a pretty deep one on that. Like I'm in like probably 35, 40K of drawdown on this account. Now you have to understand, leading up to that, that was 70,000 in payouts, and then of course in the live account I've probably taken another. I don't want to get. We don't have to really get into the numbers. I don't think it's that important. But yeah, we're. I'm definitely not. I definitely haven't made right. Like obviously, I've just been taking money out of it, but no. Shorts if inverse bullish fair value gap. Okay, shot clock. Do fair value gaps like bear the same relevance when we're like this choppy? Or I guess it depends what time frame we're looking on, but this is just. VWAP is respected. Yeah, so far. So far. It could come back down and test it again, but yeah. Sorry, I didn't see the question. Alternative, what do you scalp versus intraday? Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, this is a great question, trader. When do I scalp versus intraday? I'm guessing you're saying when do I scalp versus like take a day trade with a longer hold time? To be honest with you, man, most of my trades I'm looking for kind of as scalp trades. For me, a lot of it is that it kind of works with the idea that I don't like to use a take profit. I like to have an idea of where I'd like to take profit. I don't really use a hard take profit unless I'm using like an intraday account because I want to just be getting out with the limit orders. But most of my trades start out as a scalp trade. Goal one is to kind of eliminate risk or decrease my risk exposure. And then if things start looking great, then it can turn into more of a scalp trade. That's how most of my like the big trades I've had usually are starting out as scalp trades in some fashion. And then if things like if the market starts working with you, then obviously like don't be blind to that. Kind of let it work with you a little bit. Like, you know, riding in on a wave, kind of, if you will. Everything for me, not everything, but the idea for me is I kind of want to be taking a scalp trade. And if it starts to look really, really good, I'm not going to fight that. I'm going to try to play with that. That's the idea. Yikes! What a boring session so far, man. Are you scalping more? You know what? I think that could be an issue. I could ask myself that, Moto. Have you been scalping more, or maybe on top of having overnight trades? You know what? Yeah, I mean, maybe I might be in a negative feedback loop at the moment, to be honest with you. Yeah, I have been kind of taking more scalp trade. I don't know. I think it's a lot to do with the market environment. It's hard to hold overnight trades when you don't have a sense of direction, right? Like if we're in a range on the daily and we don't have clear direction, like it doesn't give me the confidence to want to hold something overnight because there's been a couple situations that you could do it in, but it's hard to feel super confident about holding something overnight when how am I supposed to feel confident knowing we're going to continue this direction overnight and hold a trend and, you know, and things like that if the market doesn't even know what it wants to do? It's been tricky because we haven't been directional. That's probably got something to do with it. Yeah, good question, Dontavius. It's just called trading, bro. It's just called trading. Great to notice you've been a very small time frame lately. I want to say that's the I think I have the right idea, but yeah, it's just been a hard market. I think the general outlier is that it's just been a bit of a hard market. Okay, we're still waiting on a setup, chat. Ooh. Still waiting on a setup. We're kind of reluctant here about around VWAP. It's hard. I don't want to read too much into it because it's just very low volume right now. We could grind up off of the VWAP here, but it's not the strongest move. Sup, Ray? What's good? Docx? How we all doing, guys? How's everybody doing tonight so far? On 1600 on a new XFA. Damn. Damn. You got it though, bro. You got it. You got it. You can be there and recover from that. This is just, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I could argue to get into a short trade, but like, it's hard to argue also that it's a great trade idea. We could easily just come back up and stop me out. That's where my stop would be. I don't hate the short, but if we're gonna keep moving this slowly, it's a little bit silly, I think. Well, we're failing to hold VWAP here, so the short trade could be valid. You just don't want to get chopped up. All right, this is starting to look pretty aggressive to the downside. Maybe we can get on some retracement. Maybe get short if we can tap back into the 50s. See some exhaustion in that level. I think if you get short, probably target at least these lows, the recent swing low at 920. Okay, this is a clean move now. This is 30 points off the VWAP projection. If I would have known it would have been that nice, I would have gotten in. Here we go. Starting to look better. Starting to look better now. Yeah, I'm starting to become interested in like the 920s here for a possible target to the downside. Yikes. Look at this 5-minute just open and rip. Disgusting, man. See if we get filled in here somewhere around the low 50s, mid 50s. I probably would want to stop this if we break back above these highs at 970. So like a 10-12 point stop. This is very much feeling like we might just range tonight though with that move off the lows. Well, look at gold. Gold's almost more choppy than NQ. Gold wants to break out. Which direction? Which direction? Longs, huh? Bro, honestly, we need Trump to just go. Like, these markets are a little too calm considering we got Trump in the Oval Office, I think. I'm just not even used to this. Where's the drama? Where's the tariff wars? Okay, so we got an order in at 9:58. If we're gonna get filled on the short, that's really the only thing we got cooking. We'll keep an eye on gold, obviously. Only thing we got cooking. Okay, let me get this let me get this question out of the way. Explain more about your real trading. How many trades a day? Man, it's a bit of a fill factor. I try not to be a total degenerate and take like more than 10, but I can't say I haven't. But knowing when to cut yourself off is good. I don't think you should have a hard limit. I think I mean, if you're a scalper, you're obviously going to have a higher, you're going to have more trades in a day than, somebody looking to take, 150 point swing on NQ and just look for a one and done type trade. So for me as a scalper, I'm looking to take 1 to 10. It varies a lot depending on the market environment. Like for me, I would like to just take this one trade and call it, given how choppy we are. Risk reward's usually a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, depending on the structure we're looking at or the levels we're looking to target. It's unique. Every trade's unique. It usually falls between that 1-to-1, 1-to-2 level though. And then I'm most of them are kind of breakout trades, so I'm looking to reduce the risk quickly. So I get a lot of break-even stops. This is disgusting. Is it still worth gold trading with the limited contracts? I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not worth it. If you see an opportunity, I think it's worth it for you. You can still make a lot of money on 2 micros, or actually they've increased them. TopStep has. I don't know about some of the other firms that the contract limits are back now to 5 micros on a 50K, 10 on a 100, 15 on a 150. So those have been lifted. The minis are still locked up, but those have been lifted. What do you have that is 80% off using your code? Yeah, you're looking at Apex Trader, and that's actually not accurate. The up-to-date discount on Apex with code BPC is 90% off right now. So you can get the same accounts that I trade, the 150Ks. They do have intraday drawdown, so educate yourself on what that is and if you're comfortable with that. But you can get a 150K evaluation account for as cheap as 39 bucks, 37 bucks I think I paid. All right, I think we're gonna pull this order and just spectate for a second. I just want to be patient. This is like just a little bit lame. Activation fee, I believe, is sitting at like 120, so you're sitting at like 150 all in. They sometimes run better deals on the activation fees. Still think there's cheaper alternatives out there. I mean, you could get the same exact. You could do TPT with way less rules. If you're looking at the all-in price, TPT has no activation fee. I mean, I think all in, it's probably maybe an extra 50 bucks. You trade intraday and take 2 trades a day. Yeah, it's interesting. I want to be, yeah, it can work as long as the market's working with you. As soon as things start chopping around, it gets really ugly. Trade the intraday account. I think a lot of it is, man, like come into the session and understand, are we Like, is this a choppy market? Is this the right environment to try to take an intraday account and you know, get it to a payout or pass an evaluation? Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is yes. I think that has a lot to do with it. Just deciding the right market conditions to trade it in, because it's not so bad when you have a directional move. It's not that hard. You almost don't even notice it, right? It's whenever you have just choppiness that's hard. Brother, man. All right, we got 10 minutes till this hourly candle closes. You think scalping is usually better and more profitable? I don't think I think whatever works for you is better. I don't think it's necessarily more profitable. I think a lot of traders would probably argue that it's not as profitable, but I disagree. I think whatever you can execute well, whatever fits your style of trading is the best thing you can do. All right, we're gonna wait till the top of the hour. Last night we waited to the top of the hour and got we went vertical at 8 o'clock. So we're gonna wait for 10 minutes and see what happens here. You say you're in 40K of drawdown on your live account? Yeah, probably around 40, man. But you got to understand how many payouts the amount of payouts I've taken from TopStep in the past year and a half. I believe we can revive it. If we can't revive it, I might liquidate and go do a personal account and allocate some of those to, like, I kind of want to get into like stock trading, like a little bit of stock trading. I used to trade stocks. I wouldn't mind trying to get back into that a little bit. As a momentum trader, there could be some good opportunities to take some nice trades in that market. Also have a larger selection of things that are moving and giving you good opportunities. Sometimes, man, the truth is, as futures traders, like, we're sitting here in front of NQ and gold. Realistically, those are the only two things we're trading, right? If we look at the stock market, there's like 7,000 stocks, right? For you to choose, that you like to set up on. It's just, I think there's some opportunity there, Chad. But as futures traders, like, we very much are limited to these two markets, gold and NQ, more or less. And if they don't have good setups, man, then it's just, we still feel like we're traders. We got to trade. We're going to force shit. And it just, you know what I mean? Well, I can't say that I didn't expect this move. It's just like so choppy. So choppy. Let's see what 8 o'clock looks like. If you blew the live account, would you start over on TopStep? You want to hear the truth? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I don't think I would. Not with the new rule. I'd probably go exclusively to trade evade and stop, like, trying to jump back and forth between them two. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would go back to TopStep. They've been cool, but I don't know. Do you think it's possible to be profitable in a year? Yeah, no. Not for me, it wasn't. It was, nah, definitely not. It took me a long time, but it really depends how stubborn you are and how well you can follow. It depends how disciplined you are, truly. I think that has a lot. How emotionally disciplined you are has a lot to do with it. There you go, 8 o'clock. This is just like yesterday. You gotta wait for the 8 o'clock candle because we just go vertical for no fucking reason. Like, actually just go vertical for no reason at 8 o'clock. We did the shit yesterday, too. Look at this balance. I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm saying. 8 o'clock is demon time. We do not mess with 8 o'clock. For me, Central Time, 8 o'clock. That just an hour after the Asia Open. Whatever time Asia opens for you. It's 2 hours when the session opens. 2 hours after the session opens, Asia opens for whatever time zone you're in. An hour after that. So 3 hours into the session, we do not trade that hour. There's some fuckery that goes on. We'll give it at the top of the hour, see if we get a nice reaction. If not, it's Chopville. I'm gonna try to revive the TopStep. I mean, the TopStep account is very, like, this is still very much an alive account that I can use to take payouts from, and I just need to try to have consistent days, but we'll see. We'll need I think we'll need the market conditions to turn a little bit. We need the north winds to turn. Yo, Max, appreciate the follow on YouTube. Mike with the follow on YouTube, appreciate y'all. TikTok, appreciate the likes. We're also live on YouTube. 7K likes on TikTok, nice. How many likes on YouTube, guys? Can we do 100 likes? 100 likes on YouTube. We haven't taken a trade yet. We have not. We had an order in, but I pulled it. I think that was the right idea. This is, I mean, this, it could always change, but at the moment, this is untradeable. But if you work really hard for a year, very disciplined, but not profitable yet. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like a dream crusher, but it's very hard. Well, obviously, there's other, I mean, I do think there's a lot of steps you can take to now become profitable a lot quicker that I didn't. Like, I literally just, I'm all self-taught, didn't, no guidance, no anything. So if I would have followed a different path, would I have become profitable earlier? Probably, but it took me a very long time. So that's my bias towards the thought of becoming profitable in a year. Like, if you're asking me from somebody who struggled for like 7 years, I'm always going to say no to that. But I do think that there is probably resources now that it probably is much easier now to become profitable quicker. But it's so important that you have like your emotional and psychological discipline in check. Is any market moving out there, chat? Anything at all moving? What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin on a bit of a rally. Like, that he can quit after 7 years. Yeah, I believe that too. I actually did quit for like a year. I don't know. I did quit for like a year. I think most traders probably, not most, maybe half, maybe a little bit more than half, probably will quit at some point. Like, just give it up for a while. Okay, there's the 8 o'clock move. It's just same as yesterday, just vertical. Up almost 40 points. I mean, it's been a pretty good range, I guess, if we've taken range trades. You know you're cooked when you start convincing yourself that there is setups here. Oh yeah, range trade could have been good. Nah, we're cooked. Just stop. There's nothing here, chat. A little bit of volatility though. Something could be here. We'll keep an eye on it. This is a nice move into the 60s. Back into the VWAP, testing it once again. Okay. So nice projection off the 70s there. If I can get a really high entry and kind of just look for some of the weakness up there, I wouldn't mind trying to get in. Trying to get into a short. Look to re-break the low, see if we can actually start to pick up a bit of a move. If not, then yeah. Or fell and hold VWAP. I was considering getting in there around 66, 67. We were close, but didn't quite get it. Like to see some conviction that we can actually, if we get down to the lows, break 930s, 920s. But right now it's could get a better entry on it, but it's still very choppy. Still very choppy. We haven't actually gone anywhere. We'll give it like 10-15 minutes. We'll give it 10-15 minutes, see if we can start to look for a breakout. If not, just the choppiest session we've seen in a minute. Yesterday was like this. Then it got better, but it didn't get better till late. So closer to London. Hanging around, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to believe that we can't go. Yeah, we're just holding here so well. Like 25K is very much in play. I think we'd probably make a move to that level sooner or later. Now, would there be an opportunity short above it on a kind of a failed break if we see some exhaustion? Yeah, there might be. There might be because we still have enough. Still have about 100, even if we break the highs, 130 points of range within kind of this level to look for some type of rejection. I'm very interested to see if we kind of just like crawl out of these lows on the daily, the lows of the range on the daily. I'm not saying it can't happen. It's just kind of the price action's interesting. This is the longest we've seen, right? A collection of days that we've been at these lows. This is like 5 days of like price acceptance at these lows. What I mean, just kind of trading around these lows, right? I would say price acceptance. I don't know if that's the right definition because we are kind of moving out of it now, but there was a span of about 4 or 5 sessions where we were trading at these prices, which is just not the reaction we usually see when we're down. You usually see really aggressive bounces, right? You usually see really aggressive bounces. So it begs the question, is this structure weakening? Because, right, this is strong structure, certainly strong structure. When you come down here, you get a really aggressive reaction. It leads to just a really strong move to the upside. Same thing here, really strong reaction, although we have formed a lower high here. And then now we're looking at possibly the structure weakening here. Like, I don't know if this is the end of it. We might see this market through these lows eventually. This is one of the weaker moves that we've seen at these lows, is the argument, right? Within the price action. And it is. Long as we've been down here, right? The longest buyers would allow this market to be down at these lows was one session, like literally one session, and then we're out of it. Same here, one session, then we're out of it. Now we're coming back in, and it's a much weaker bounce. You can see in the candles, it's a weaker bounce, right? Very wicky. There's rejections to the upside. It's certainly not a strong candle like this one, right? It's a weaker bounce that we've seen off this level now. Begs the question if maybe into next week, maybe we could see a break of 24,000. Let's see what we do here. I would love to take a trade. I would love to take a trade. I just don't know if we're going to see one. Let's see something. Let's see a breakout. Let's see something. You're killing me here. So hourly candle flips green above 73. If we can get through 980s, this could start to get interesting. Hello, what's up, Dell? Ooh, okay, hold on. Gold's maybe gonna get interesting here. This is a nice rejection on gold. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's pull gold up. Let's pull gold up. Gold up, gold up, gold up, gold up. If we see momentum into the 80s, 70s here, maybe an opportunity to short gold. Just on a momentum play with a strong rejection of the 5000s. Let's see. Let's pull it up and see. See if we can make a breakdown trade. This is what I would like to see. Some exhaustion here as we come back up to retest the 87s, 88s. If we don't see that, then it's cooked. It's a strong bid so far. Yeah, we're looking for some exhaustion here. And then a strong move back into these lows. We're looking for a clean breakdown from 85 into the 70s. Maybe these wicks down here do a wick run trade. We'll see what happens. Need to see a strong retest of the 85s here. Might be an opportunity to take a quick short scalp. You like live trading as opposed to funded? I like the fun. I like funded. I don't know the perks. Yeah, I always say the perks are not as good as they used to be. Hold on a second. I think funded. They're both cool. I think they're both cool. I don't really have a preference. Now, if every prop firm would just give me a live account, that'd be awesome. Did we have a really aggressive breakdown yesterday on gold, though? No, we had a rally on gold yesterday, actually. A really strong rally. If I remember correctly. Okay, I'm in a short on gold here at 87. I'm looking for a strong retest of 85. Possibly try to add into it. I'm going to stop it out if we get back to 5,000. We might be able to catch a bit of a momentum play here. Don't love that. We might be able to catch a momentum play here. So what we're looking at here on the, let's go to like the 5-minute. Maybe the hourly. This is for me like a really deep pullback on gold. There's a really deep pullback on gold. Given the move we saw last night, we haven't really, well, all New York session, or most all New York session, we weren't really able to put in structure and put in support. We've just been continuing to put in lower highs and fade off of that rally. So my downside target is to retest the low at 70 if we're not going to be able to catch some type of support off of these lows. So we're looking to take a trade through 70s, and then of course with gold, the breakdown trades can get pretty nice. So we'll see if we can catch something like that. I'll stop it out if we break this high, probably at 5,000. Trying to piggyback off of some of the momentum we saw off that rejection. Let's see what NQ is doing. NQ breaking higher. Let's see if gold wants to give us a nice breakdown trade right here. First thing we need is a retest of 85. 85. Let's see 85. Let's see 85 here. We want to see an aggressive retest of 85. I think if we could get that, right, and then maybe see some exhaustion off that level. I want to be adding from this level. I want to be adding, right, into this level. As buyers concede support here, I want to be adding into that, right, because one level moves into a new level. So 85 into the 80s. If we get that move, I'd like to add it, then we'd be kind of managing this position from a little bit higher up with pretty tight risk and seeing if we can get a break of the lows here. That's the goal. We'll keep an eye on it. What's NQ doing? NQ is just a pain in the butt. Look at this thing. We're kind of rooting for gold here to make the move. NQ is sideways. Gold's a little bit sideways, but has potential here. Let's see if we can catch a nice breakdown trade on gold. Don't know if we're going to get the follow through to the downside on gold. How long does it usually take? That's a great question. Well, in the New York session, when we have a lot of volume, because the candles open and close based on, in this situation, a 500 tick chart is going to be 500 orders. So it's kind of depends on the session we're trading. If this is the New York session, these candles are going to close much quicker, and so that's what it does well. It displays how much volume is actually in a market, and if we're not super We don't have a lot of volume. There's not going to be a lot of candles printing. We're saying on average during the New York session, a couple seconds, maybe 10 seconds, depending on what market. If it really starts to pick up a lot of speed, these 500 tick candles can print in like 1 second. And then you have situations where it's lower volume and this 500 tick candle is taking like a minute, maybe 2. Yeah, we might have to cut this if we run back to 92. Just not getting really any trade setups. We'll see if 92 rejects, but unable to get any clear direction tonight. There's a chance we can reject 92, but or sorry, reject 92. There's a chance we could reject 92, but this is just, yeah, it's just nothing here. All right, that's all for me. One and done. Down 300 on that one. Just unable to catch really anything here. NQ, gold, both kind of sideways. That's all for me, guys. I really am looking forward to hopefully getting some better Asia sessions, to be completely honest with you. Blessings. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we can start getting some better movement in these overnight sessions. I don't know if it's the new year or what it is, but